Hello folks, welcome to the Code Devil tutorials on Python, the programming language. In the previous videos we learnt about variables, we learnt about the types of operators and all. So let's discuss something new in this video. I'd like to introduce you to two new operators in Python. The first of all is module. What does this module do? Let's see. Suppose you want to divide 6 with 4. And you get the answer as 1.5, which is the quotient. That means when 4 is multiplied by 1.5, you get 6. But I want to get the remainder after dividing 6 with 4. So how to get that? Well, I'll use module in this case. I'll write 6, which is the number to be divided, and then I'll write the percentage sign, and then I'll type in 4. And we get the answer as 2, which means that when 6 is divided by 4, the remainder left is 2. The second operator is power. Suppose you want to calculate 2 raised to power 5. So generally what will you write in Python as far as you have learned? You will write 2 into 2 into 2, and you will go on like that 5 times. Isn't that a bit too long? We get the right answer that it is 32, but it's too long. What if you wanted to calculate 2 raised to power 31? You'll have to write it 31 times. So instead of that, you can use the power. You just have to write POW, which represents power, and then you open a parenthesis and write the number which has to be multiplied, like 2 into 2 into 2, so that number is 2. And then separate the number with a comma, and then write the power. What is the power? Here in this case is 5, 2 raised to power 5. So I'll write 5. Now press enter, and you've got the answer 32 in a much better and easy way. Now what if I wanted to calculate the remainder left when 32 is divided by 6, which is 2 raised to power 5 divided by 6. I want to get the remainder. So how to do that? I'll write POW, and simply I'll write 2 and then 5. Now you'll have to write a comma separated with a comma, and you have to write the number which needs to divide the 2 raised to power by 5. In this case it is 6, and then close the brackets, and we've got the right answer 2, because 5 into 6 is 30, and here 32 is divided by 6, so we get the remainder as 2. Now let's go to another topic. In the previous video we learnt about variables and how to assign them values. Now what if I wanted to write a paragraph using a variable? So how to do that? Suppose I need to write a line including a variable. So how to do that? Let's see. First let's assign a value to a variable. Let's see. I have the variable name as fruit, and then I assign it the value of, let's say, mango. Now suppose I need to write mango is the king of fruits, and I don't want to type in mango. Then how to do that? Let's see. As always, I'll use the print function and then open a double quotes. So let's see. Mango is the king of fruits. So I'll open and close a curly bracket in the place of the variable I need to use. So I write it as the now how to replace that curly brackets with the variable. Let's see. We write dot format and then open bracket, round bracket, and inside that bracket write the name of your variable, which is fruit. And we get the result as mango is the king of fruits, which means that here in the curly brackets, instead of curly brackets, it is being replaced with the variable, the value of the variable fruit. So let's see, will it work with two different variables? Well, the answer is yes. And how to do that? Let's see. Now, I need to print the statement that mango is loved by children. Without writing mango and children, I just need to use the variables. So let's see how we do that. As always, we write print. Similarly, we write so I've written the statement now. Similarly, we'll write format and open a round bracket and close it. Now we have two different variables in this case and two different curly brackets also. So how to fulfill our wish? We'll write the first variable, which has to be replaced with the first curly bracket, and that variable is fruit. Now we'll separate it with a comma and then write the next variable, which is people. And see, we've got our result as mango is loved by children. Similarly, what if you wanted to write mango is the king of fruits, mango is loved by all together? So you'll have to write in this case you'll expect your command to be alright, but it's not. The program is showing a traceback, which means there's an error. What is that error? Well, you've written two curly brackets here, but you've written only one variable. Well, that's not correct, because the computer knows that this variable fruit is being used for the curly brackets here, but where is the variable for these curly brackets here? Then you will have to write fruit again, which means the way you wrote fruit and separated with a comma and then wrote people, similarly you will have to write fruit comma fruit again. That is what most people make an error with. So don't forget this. You need to note this down, otherwise you may make an error. The last topic I'd like to introduce you to is that normally how do we write a print statement? We first write print, then we open a bracket, and then either we use a double quotes or we can even use a single quote to write some statement. Suppose I write and here it's executed and it's printed. This is a Python video. But sometimes suppose I use a double quote. Sorry, I meant that suppose I use a single quote to write a statement, and then I write this is Meena's watch. But when I press enter, there's a syntax error, which means that the sentence has already ended after I express this quote for writing Meena's. So the one way to do this is write print and then use a double quote to complete your statement. And here we have not got an error. It's completed because the sentence is ending after the double quote, not before. But what if I only wanted to use a single quote? What then? Then I'll just write my normal statement. This is Meena. Now, just before writing the quote which you want to express in Meena's, then you'll write a backslash and then write your single quote and then write Meena's watch. In this case, there's no error and the command is executed. That's all for today, folks. Keep on practicing, and if you get any error, then don't lose hope. Keep on trying, and even search Google if you want to correct your mistake. So that's all for today. Bye.